Anthony, you are Captain America, and I am so excited to watch your film this February. The first thing I want to know is, where are you sitting Tom Holland for the premiere of your movie?
Well, I definitely plan on going to London and drinking a B-roll and sitting next to Tom Holland and watching the movie.
Yeah, you have to stare him right in the eyes as he's watching that with you.
No question.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned to us yesterday that you found out you were becoming Captain America with Chris Evans in his basement. You found out from the last 2 pages of Endgame. How did it feel in that moment? Were you screaming on the inside?
No, I thought it was a joke. I mean, if you've been on the set of one of these movies, there's so many pranks and we do so much ridiculous stuff that there's no way I'm gonna find out about this huge of a moment at your house when we're watching football and being idiots and you just happen to have the script here. There's no way that's a problem. But sure enough, I mean, like we were, you know, it was just such a random moment because Sebastian was there, Pratt was there, it was so many, everybody was there. It was a house full, it wasn't just me and Chris hanging out. It was a house full of people, yeah. So I thought it was a big joke.
Did you find out last, or did everyone else know before you?
No, nobody else knew because Chris was the only one who had the script. So,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
on the newest rewrite, he had just got the rewrite and he had it like locked in his basement because that's what we have to do. And he was reading it and he was like, holy shit, you gotta see this. So that's kind of how it happened.
That's awesome. And in the trailer, there's a moment where Harrison Ford says to you, "You're not Steve Rogers," and you reply, "You're right, I'm not." Why is it so important for Sam Wilson to make his own in this role?
Any other character, this is my first standalone movie, and I think this is gonna show the trajectory of where this character is going. When we first met Sam, you know, he was a counselor, he was a veteran, he was a humanitarian, and that's why Steve gravitated towards him because he knew he was a trustworthy, honest human being. So we now see the build and the blocks that's been placed on top of that to hopefully carry on in the future of the MCU.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I'll say that you have over Chris Evans is that he never got to work with Harrison Ford.
He never got Harrison Ford. He never got Harrison Ford.
That's
But,
iconic in its own.
I mean, RDJ, Harrison Ford. I mean,
Harrison Ford.
I'm pulling up with, he bringing Wookiees, he bringing all kind of stuff.
He's got Indiana Jones right in his back pocket. He's
I'm
got
just
a
saying.
giant rock coming through. He's fine.
He protected the president. I mean, it's just all kind of stuff.
Did you feel any pressure working with him, or was it just the greatest time?
It was nerve-wracking at first, and then he pulled me to the side and was like, calm down, kid. And after
That's
that,
on brand for him.
Yeah. After that, it was a good time. I mean, he was really one of the most, like, humble, down-to-earth, everyday chill guys that I've ever worked with.
Oh, that's awesome. And he actually did an interview a few years back with Ryan Gosling where he mentioned some of the stunts he did for the movie he was in were quite difficult. He ended up punching Ryan Gosling in the face by accident. So did you ever get punched by Harrison Ford?
By accident?
Yeah, by accident.
No, there was one time, well, he did a lot of his own stunts.
That's impressive.
Ironically, at his age, like we had to pull him off set for the stuntmen because he was going so hard at this role, and it was great to see. He never punched me in the face, but
There's still time.
but you know, we're still shooting.
Yeah.
You never know.
And mentioning RDJ just before, it was mentioned earlier this year that he is coming back as Dr. Doom. Did you know about this?
Nobody knew.
No one knew.
I
I thought you would know at least.
No, when he came into, what was that? To unveil Dr. Doom, they dressed 12 dudes up in the same costume. Nobody knew he was there. I mean, literally, nobody backstage, anything. The only person that knew was Kevin and like Kevin.
What about the Russo brothers? They surely would have.
The Russo brothers knew. The Russo brothers knew. But that's it, the 3 of them. So when the car pulled up and the 12 Dr. Dooms came out, everybody was like, oh, this is weird. They're 12 dudes.
Strange.
So when they came up on stage, they thought it was just like, ooh, look, Dr. Doom. That's why when he took his, mask off, it like registered on an earthquake scale.
Yeah,
It was
it
crazy.
was huge. Fans went wild for that. And when you search up Anthony Mackie on Google, it comes up that you're going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Are you excited to be working with him, maybe kicking, I don't know if I can swear, but kicking his ass on camera?
He definitely has earned an ass whooping from me, so I'm excited.
As Captain America.
100%.
Yeah.
Nah, I enjoy working with RDJ. We had a really great time on all of the Avengers movies, and every time he was on set. So it was I'm really looking forward to it just to see what that is now that I have a substantial role standing across from him.
And I'm assuming you're going to be somewhat of a leader of the Avengers this time, and there's a lot more pressure on your shoulders. Does that worry you at all?
No, I mean, look, I know all these dudes, like all of us have been friends for over 10 years now. So it's not so much we're showing up to work saying who's gonna have the most lines or who's gonna be better or these movies are like summer camp. You show up, it's like some people are married, some people are divorced, some people have kids, you know, some people moved.
You're all trauma dumping on each other.
Yeah, that's all. They cannot keep enough candy in the tent for us to eat and just talk all day.
Yeah, and besides your own movie, again, that's coming out this February, is there any Marvel projects that you're excited to see in the next 2 years?
I'm really excited to see what happens with Blade. Blade is one of those projects that kind of just couldn't find its footing. So I'm really excited to see when it comes together what it'll be. Because as growing up, that was one of my favorite characters, like Wesley Snipes. Yeah, so I'm just excited to see what they do with it.
And to leave us off with, and I know you can't give us much details, but is there anything you think fans will be excited for in Captain America: A Brave New World?
Harrison Ford. I feel like if that don't get you excited, Harrison Ford is Red Hulk, then there's nothing I could say or do that'll tickle your fancy.
And I think what's good about Red Hulk is I don't think audiences are ready to see his power yet.
Right, and you get the opportunity to see America's new ass.
Yes.
So I feel like if that don't get you excited, if the round brown don't get you going, nothing does.